Is it live? It looks like it's live. Hey there, everybody. So I wanted to test something out. I'm gonna edit the Ireland collection and just to see how this works out. I want to see if anyone shows up. So since I don't have two monitors, I'm going to be I guess using my YouTube to see how many people, if anyone comments or not. I have no idea. But I'm just testing it out. I want to see how it goes. So no one's here yet, but I'll occasionally look at my little screen over here to see if anyone shows up. But yeah, I just wanted to see if my computer can handle it. Um, and I just want to, I think it'd be interesting. So I just want to test this out, see how it goes. And yeah, so hopefully you guys are watching. If not, whatever. So I'll be editing the Ireland collection. So right now I'm just going to be listening to it. I have no idea if it's playing on the screen. Hang on. Let me try it out. I'm just going to be listening to it. I have no idea. Hang on. There's a time delay, so I'm seeing if it's playing on the stream. I'm just going to be listening to it. I have no idea. Hang on. There's a time delay, so I'm seeing if it's playing on the stream. I'm just going to be listening to it. I have no idea. Hang on. There's a time delay. Okay, so there's a huge echo now. I'm sorry. Apologies. So you can't hear what I'm editing, so that's fine. So it's all secretive. But then again, it's just stupid and quiet, but whatever. But I want to test it out. It says I have 2 viewers. Who's here? Announce yourself, viewer. Announce yourself. Yeah, this is just a test stream because I want to see if I could edit via StreamYard, which it looks like the case is. So if I'm quiet, I apologize, but I'm editing the Ireland collection video. This is the Pagemaster one. So it's a little interesting. So I guess I could explain it a little bit, but I had never seen the Pagemaster fully or completely before I did this. It is kind of tweaking though. I'm noticing that the editing system's kind of tweaking. But anyway, I never seen the Pagemaster completely. So for the Ireland collection, I actually had to sit down and watch the movie for the first time. So that was interesting. And it looks like the viewer went away. They didn't leave a comment or anything. So I'm going to be editing. I wonder if I'm gonna have it with my headphones on. I'm just gonna keep talking. Yeah, see there? I can edit that part out. So I don't know if you guys can see that. So what I do here is normally I don't even watch the image, honestly. So when I'm editing the Ireland collection, I usually look for gaps like this. You see this big giant gap here in my little timeline? I usually cut that out because that's like several seconds of unnecessary pausing. So it just goes like quick when I'm talking. So in the video, it goes right to the next thing. Oops. So even this right here, I don't know if my little cursor's on screen. Hopefully it is. But this little cursor right here, this audio thing is me going, so that's not even necessary either. So I usually cut that part out too. So it'll go right, So it'll go right to it. Oh shit, I pause again. So there's another pause. And then I cut that out. So I'm going to put a little mark there. There we go. Yep, I just cut it from here. So that's me saying the Pagemaster, but I cut out all this empty space here. And Elizabeth's on the Twitter. Good thing I don't have the streaming through my phone because all the private messages would have showed up. Oh my lord, that'd be embarrassing. The Pagemaster. Okay, so it's all good. So what I do is I cut out the space between my pauses. Like right now, I'm saying and all. I would cut out all my uhs, get rid of all those. Hang on, let me put a light on the subject so you can see me. You see me, I see you. So when I edit, I get rid of all that. So I wonder if there's a setting where you could hear the Ireland collection. I bet there is. There must be. Oops. Let's see. So I'm going to share screen again. Share tab, Windows. Does it give me options? It doesn't give me options for audio. Oh, it's only for Chrome. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't give me... Oh, I guess we could do that. Maybe that'll work. Let's try that out. Hopefully that'll work. Yeesh. Good Lord. I don't think that's going to work. Hang on. Let's just do this. Let's do that because it'll share through there. You just can't hear the Frank Ireland show. I guess I can unplug it. Maybe there'll be a weird echo or whatnot. I don't think there will be. Oh, hi, Captain Iron Dog. So today I'm testing out how to, edit via stream. And I'm not sure how it fully works yet. This is the reason why. This is the reason because I was talking to my friend Luke about streaming ideas, and I want to get that little box because I know it's going to have different connections where I could connect cameras to it and different microphones because my laptop only has 3 USBs. So I was kind of thinking of getting that little box so I can connect to it and do more things because I would like to do this. I would like to give inside intel of how I edit a Frank Ireland show or a mashup. So I think that'd be really cool. That's the next step of my evolution is oh geez, let's see Frank how he edits. So I guess today we're going to try it out. So right now I unplugged my headphones, so hopefully you guys can hear it as I'm editing. So right now when I do the Ireland collection, I don't go visually. I edit with the sound. So I turn off the visual so it doesn't bother me. And usually it kind of slows down the system because it's a laptop. And right now I'm streaming through my laptop, so I don't want to, to crash too much. So I want to be the least amount of energy possible. So I'm editing right now. Yep. Okay, so I know the streaming box. Yes, exactly. There's tons of little streaming boxes out there. And also there's a time delay. So if I see your comment, I'm seeing it 5 minutes later. So apologies in advance. So I'm going to start editing and trying it out. So I've already explained it, and I don't care because this is just a test stream. I have no idea if I'm going to leave it up. But when I edit, I try to get rid of all my pauses and anything where I go or whatever. So right now I'm editing the Pagemaster review so you guys can listen to it as I edit. Hopefully. There we go.
Film the Pagemaster.
Okay, so there's a big giant gap right there. So we're going to cut that out because the audience don't need no spaces. We're going to fill up DeFranco this.
Starring Macaulay Culkin and Christopher Lloyd. Now here's the thing. Starring Macaulay Culkin and Christopher Lloyd. Now here's the thing. I have zero nostalgia for this movie. Well, I guess that's not true. So let me explain. So when I was a kid growing up.
Okay, so we could just cut that part out. There's a whole segment where I hem-haw around what I'm talking about, and I don't think I need it, so I'm going to cut it right out.
Culkin and Christopher Lloyd. Now here's the thing.
Yep, and here's the thing, and then cut to what I'm going to talk about. Because what I've learned while doing the unscripted stuff is that I'll just riff on camera and I'll just talk. So when I go in the editing room, I'd be okay, I don't need that part. I don't need that part. I kind of go too long there. Or it's I don't need to talk about that. So I'm cutting that part out. So that's what I'm doing.
So when I was a kid growing up.
Yep. So here's the thing. When I was a kid growing up. Yep. Boom. That's a good edit. Got rid of all that him-hawing.
Now here's the thing. When I was a kid growing up, I had some VHS tapes, as we all did. And I'm so nostalgic for those little VHS intros when they had the trailer, the Disney movies when they showed coming up next year, and it's Pocahontas or Lion King or Hercules, where it's what I haven't chooses this weapon, and it's it's an animatic, or it's Roy Disney saying, "Hello, I'm Roy Disney, and welcome to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs." I love that shit. So the reason why I'm nostalgic. So the reason why I'm nostalgic for the Pagemaster.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so I messed up, and then I restarted again because I could just mash it together. So give me a second here. I got to find it.
I haven't chosen this. Why I'm nostalgic. Oops. So.
Because in the video as I was recording, I put the DVD on my leg and I dropped it, so I had to restart where I left off. So right here is a good part where I could edit this because the whole segment beforehand is good. It's me talking about why I'm nostalgic over VHS trailers, so I could leave that in. There's some gaps and stuff in there. I'll probably might edit down a little bit more when I see the final thing. So Right now, I'm going to leave that in there for now, though.
I love that. I love that shit.
Okay, I love that shit. Cut. And then we cut to...
So, the reason why I'm nostalgic for the Pagemaster is because in the beginning of...
There we go. Perfect. So I cut out all that nonsense of me dropping the DVD.
So, the reason why I'm nostalgic
for the
Pagemaster is because in the beginning of one of those VHS tapes, more specifically...
I'm kind of looking at this gap right here. See, that might be too much.
It's because in the beginning of one of those VHS tapes...
I'm always hard on myself when I do that.
Once Upon a Forest. One of those early 90s animated films about like a little hedgehog, a little squirrel on a forest. One of those early 90s animated films.
Okay, I think I'm just going to leave it as Once Upon a Forest because I go on and explain the movie, and it's not necessary because honestly, when I say Once Upon a Forest, I could probably cut to a clip from the trailer or just show an image from Once Upon a Forest, so I don't have to explain all the characters in the movie. So I'll probably cut all that out.
And they were talking about the environment. We got to save the environment. Oh my God, toxic gas is going to ruin the forest, you know. But before that movie was a VHS trailer. Of the Pagemaster. I would show it here. Before that movie was a VHS. Before that. Yeah, so I could probably easily find a clip of from the movie Once Upon a Forest where he's like feelings. That'd be perfect. Once Upon a Forest. But before that movie was a VHS trailer of the Pagemaster. I would show it here, but I'm sure they're going to flag me for copyright. So I don't want to.
The Pagemaster. Okay, we'll cut it right there. Boom. Because we'll probably show the clip from the VHS trailer.
Pagemaster.
So we're going to add a little edit there. And
let's show it here, but I'm sure they're going to flag me for
cut it out.
I don't want to do it. So anyway, the VHS trailer
cut that out.
Showed like little animatics of the animation, and it showed
maybe to keep that.
Had some of the characters like voices of Whoopi Goldberg and Patrick's had some of the.
Yeah. Because like I see our comment now, it's finally 5-minute delay. This is interesting to know what goes on when editing a video, the amount of you keep or take out and adjusting as you go. I always want to know this kind of stuff compared to editing a trailer. Dude, I wish I could show you how to edit a trailer, but as I was saying, like I wish I had that box because like all my movies are on my hard drive, so I can't really show you guys how I edit like the Kristen Stewart project because right now my camera is hooked up to the laptop. And my microphone's connected to the laptop, so I really can't edit the Kristen Stewart project. So that's a bummer because I really would like to show you guys how I do that. So that's why I kind of want to get like another box just to show you like how I edit and stuff. And I know that's probably going to be expensive because I think I don't know, like because I'm thinking of the Black Magic, which is like a streaming thing. That's like $500 or something like that. It's like ridiculous. So it's going to be an investment. So I really have to figure out what do I need to do that. But I would love to show you guys what I'm doing with the Kristen Stewart project, just to show you like different ideas and whatnot, or just to show the thought process of doing like a fan trailer. Because this is sort of similar, but this is easier just because I put the camera on and I just rant and rave, and then wherever I feel like I hiccup, I just start over again because I could just hide it in the edit. So right now I'm chopping out a lot because I could just cut to a trailer or an image or a clip. So this is stuff like you guys are getting some inside intel.
I would show it here, but I'm sure they're going to flag me for copyright. So I don't want to do it. So anyway, the VHS trailer showed like little animatics of.
So what do I say beforehand?
Trailer of the Pagemaster.
The Pagemaster.
So anyway, the VHS trailer showed like little animatics. The VHS trailer.
Yeah, there's like a little gap there because I'm like, because I've already been talking forever, too much, too long, as the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean said. So I'm gonna cut all that out. Cut it out.
Showed like.
So the Pagemaster trailer, cut out that gap.
The VHS trailer showed like little.
Yep. So right here. That little edit right here on the screen thing, let me get my little mouse, my little pointer. This will probably be hidden by actual clips from the VHS trailer as I'm describing it. So a thing I noticed during COVID, so at work, I make these videos, like PSA videos. And I realized as the person was talking, I could save time by showing the visuals. And this is sort of how I actually do some VHS trailers, where if someone says it, you could show the visual over it. And I noticed there's like people who will have the on screen like saying like, "Oh, I am Batman," and then it's a clip of him saying it, on camera, and then the next clip is Batman jumping. Meanwhile, you could be saying like, "I'm Batman," and have the fucking clip of Batman jumping down and more interesting, and you could squeeze more time while doing a video. So this is a similar aspect where as I'm saying it, you can cut to the clips of what I'm talking about instead of me saying it on camera and then cutting to the clips. You know what I mean? I'm saving time. I'm saving at least like 30 seconds instead of just saying like, "Oh, this is the VHS trailer," and then show the VHS trailer. It's like, nah, I gotta cut all that out. So that's what I'm doing right now. So some of these edits you won't even see.
VHS trailer showed like little animatics of the animation, and it showed the maquettes of the characters, like voices of Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
There's like.
Okay, so right here I go on a tangent where I go like, I'm probably gonna cut that out. I'm gonna cut all that out.
Like voices of Whoopi Goldberg, Patrick Stewart, and featuring the voice of Frank Weller from Disney's Aladdin. And it's like, oh no, it's going to be huge. And then there's like an animatic of Frankenstein curing freaking Richard Tyler. And then I remember, oh no, it's going to be huge. And then there's like an animatic of Frank huge. And then there's like an animatic.
Right there. That's a good spot where I said, and then, so I could just chop those together so it sounds like I'm just talking about what else is going on instead of stopping and talking about all the specifics. I can go to the next big topic, which is the deleted scene that's featured in the Pagemaster trailer. So I'm cutting all that out.
Huge, and then
huge.
The characters huge, and then there's like an animatic, and then there's a.
Yep, there we go. And then there's an animatic. Characters huge.
That's of the characters. That's of the characters, and then. And then there's a
yeah, see there's like a little like fragment of me talking that I have to edit out.
And then there's a
right there. So that's where I say but there's like this little part I need to edit out. So I'm cutting that out.
The characters, and then there's a
and then I'll probably blend it a little so it doesn't sound as harsh.
The characters, and then there's like an
perfect. And I cut out all that extra bullshit that I was talking about, so the video isn't longer than it should be. Because with the Ireland collection, I'm trying to keep the videos down under 10 minutes, and if I can make them even shorter, I want to. Because with YouTube, it's the analytic. I don't know. But the weird thing is, honestly, the longest video I've made for the Ireland collection has the most views. It's the Terminator 2 video, which is interesting. But I think it's just because it's Terminator 2. So I think that's why it's getting shared. Because like the other ones are like the Mouse Hunt and what the hell's the other one? Mouse Hunt and Breakdown. They're not as huge movies, but like Terminator, it's like I feel like I understand why like Oliver Harper and like Valverde, they do like Terminator, RoboCop, and it's like you're doing all the big hits. And I'm not doing that specifically for this yet, because I'm sure there'll be a point as I do the Ireland collection where I get desperate and I'll do like the heavy hitters. So right now I'm just trying to make them short, so I'm not going on huge tangents, like as you can see here where I'm editing it down and making more efficient, because I feel like when I do ramble a lot. I could only imagine if I edited one of my streams down how short they would be, where I would just take out like crap where I just like, yeah, no. But like this, you're going to get some inside intel of like how I'm doing an Ireland collection video. So that's really cool.
The characters, and then there's like an animatic of Frankenstein.
Okay, so there's a gap there where I go, cut that out. Cut it out. We're doing a Philip DeFranco edit here.
Of Frankenstein.
See, that's so much smoother than going, and you're not even going to care because it's YouTube editing. You can edit these things no matter however.
Of Frankenstein curing freaking Richard Tyler. And then I remember it opens up with like, "Go for it, Richard Tyler." And he's like, "Solid as a rock." It's like all these like little moments from the movie. It's like, oh, I know that. It's like, I don't have a library card. You do now. And it's like all the iconic moments from Pagemaster.
Okay, so I think I could trim that down.
You do now. And it's like all the iconic It's like all.
It's like all the iconic. So that's going to be the next part, but I got to see where I cut from the beginning of that.
And then I remember it opens up with like, "Go for it, Richard Tyler."
Yes, there we go. So I think the idea for this, where I'm going to be introducing the clips, and then I'm like, and then between all those things I'm saying, I cut to the actual clip. So that's interesting. So I think I might do that. Might.
Like, "Go for it, Richard Tyler." He's like, Richard
Solid as a
Tyler.
rock.
And then I remember.
So let's do some research. I don't know how much you're seeing on my screen now. Okay, so it's just staying on that. So right now, I'm going to try to find. Oh shit! What happened? Oh wait, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's just the StreamYard page that's going off. I was like, oh Lord. So right now I'm going to try to find the Pagemaster VHS trailer. And it's very specific. There it is. It's the Russian one. So you guys are probably going to be able to hear it, but you won't be able to see it. Probably not. No, hang on. I won't even do that because I got to copy the link and then cut to how to download it. Google. Instant pause. Oh, excuse me. Oh, you know, right? Good Lord. Okay, so Google. YouTube downloader. So right now, I am going to download the VHS trailer, and hopefully there's no whammies. Hopefully it downloads, because then I got to break out the hard drive, and I'm not sure if it's easy to find on the hard drive. And not only that, but I think, oh yeah, all my hard drive things are taken right now. So I have a USB. Okay, so that's the VHS trailer. Oh, it downloaded right away. Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to remove. Hang on. Well, I guess I don't have to remove it because you're not going to see it. It's only sharing the editing window, so I don't have to worry about that. It's like I don't want anything being seen. I don't know if like it's going to show like, you know, pictures or, you know, my desktop or whatever. If you want me to see my filthy desktop or whatnot. Not that there's anything bad on it. It's just like might be personal things on there, like my lady friend. Let's see. Okay, so we're downloading it. There it is. Boom. Okay. So I'm just going to skim through this. Oh, I can't even see it visually. All right, so here it is. So this is the VHS trailer that I grew up with, and I'm going to feature this in the video. Oh, it's Luke. Luke Deckert's here. Sorry, Luke, there's a time delay, so I'm just seeing you right now, and I'm sure it's like I'm way ahead of you. Okay, so Captain Iron Dog, test stream goes well. See you around. Nice. Desktop with pictures of the nude. There's no nude woman, Luke. You goof butt. Okay, so Luke, I've been introducing everybody to the program. So if you're just tuning in, viewers, I am editing the Ireland collection, and I'm showing how much I chopped the fuck out of this video. So I think originally it was around 14 minutes of just me sitting in front of the camera going, I watched Pagemaster, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, nope, I'm going to cut all that out. So right now I'm in the middle of editing it. So see you later, Captain Iron Dog. Hopefully you come back later to check out how this turns out. So right now, my goal is tonight is to finish this Pagemaster, or at least get it down to what it needs to be. Because right now I'm streaming at the same time, so that might be distracting to me because I'm also talking to the audience. But yeah. That's
it's
what
like
I'm doing.
all the iconic moments from Pagemaster. Well, there's a rock. It's like all those.
Oh yeah, cut that part out.
And I remember it opens up with like,
go for it, Richie Tyler. Oops.
the biggest holiday event.
The biggest holiday event. Oh, there it is. Go for it, Richie Tyler.
It's Richie Tyler. Go for it, Tyler.
I love that shit. Go for it, Tyler. That's hilarious. I love it. I love it. Oh man. It's so funny though. Like I guess it's I don't want to spoil the episode, but I guess it will kind of be spoiled as I'm editing it. But like I had like zero like I do have somewhat nostalgia for it, but I have nostalgia more so for the VHS trailer of Pagemaster than I do the actual movie. Because the movie is almost kind of just like a huge letdown. It's not great. I'm not sure if that's picking up on my microphone, but my laptop's like, so I'm wondering if it's because I'm editing and streaming at the same time. So hold on there, laptop. Hold on.
Stuff was like. Stuff was like. Stuff was like.
Oh, there it is. We're going to cut out that scream, and we're going to go right to the, look, it's Richie Tyler.
Stuff was like.
It's Richie Tyler.
Go for it, Tyler.
Go for it, Tyler. Go for it, Tyler.
All right, well, perfect. And then we'll cut to...
It's like all the iconic moments from Pagemaster.
Yep, and then we're going to add another clip. Your library card. I don't have one. You do now. This is fun to actually finally finally share how I do these my edits. This is fun. I like this. So your library card, but I don't have one. You do now. I'm gonna have to see what I'm doing here. Hopefully the freaking computer don't crash. Computer, hold on, computer. There we go. Your library card. I don't have one. You do now.
The library card, please.
I don't have one.
You do now.
Okay, boom. That's going in the video. That's going in the video. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the visuals, so we don't want the laptop to be like, I can't handle it. I'm giving her all she's got, Cotton. Okay. So we're gonna put that right after me saying it's got all the iconic moments.
Iconic moments from Pagemaster. The library card.
Oops. That's a little harsh. That's a harsh edit right there. So we gotta give it some breathing room.
Iconic moments from Pagemaster. The library card, please.
I don't have one.
You do now.
Okay. There we go. And then add a little bit of blending room right there.
You do now.
Yeah. And that'll blend into this.
So I only knew that VHS.
Yep. So I only knew that VHS trailer.
I only knew that
Yeah, so get rid of the because there's so much space there. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. You don't need it.
No. I only knew that VHS trailer. So years later when I did my YouTube poop, I used a little like, ooh, ah!
Nice.
Used a little.
Hang on.
I did my YouTube poop. I used a little.
And we're going to get rid of that.
A little like, ooh, ah! Like, I use that little audio clip from that because that's all I know. And I also know that Whoopi Goldberg went, oh, baby. So that trailer is inside my mind forever.
Okay, so we're going to cut right to that. We're going to cut, instead of me explaining all that bullshit, that's all being cut. Unnecessary. Too much information. Get on with the video. Okay, so we're going to cut to the little clip of him screaming because that's the reason why I kind of want to cut that part out, just because that part is really long. Where he's like, I ain't afraid of nothing, and voiced by Frank Welker. Here it is.
Welker from Aladdin.
There it is. And perfect. Boom. We're gonna cut that out. Cut it out. Cut it out. And we're gonna put it right where I explained it all. Oh my god, that looks like a thumbnail. That is a perfect thumbnail image if I've ever seen one. That's amazing. Okay.
Years later, when I did my YouTube poop, I used.
Okay. Years later, when I did the YouTube poop, I used the.
Years later, when I did my YouTube poop, I used the.
Okay. Maybe I need the little explanation.
Years later, when I did my YouTube poop, I used a little like.
There we go.
Little like.
Instead of I used
like
I used a little and then cut right to the scream. There we go.
little like little like.
Okay, boom. And then we're going to cut back to the show.
That trailer is inside my mind forever.
Perfect. Perfect.
That trailer is inside my mind forever.
Okay. And then we're going to cut all that out. See that big giant gap right here? So let's listen to what I have to say.
But there's also another little funny story about the Pagemaster. So, in college, my roommate Mike.
Yes, this is necessary. This is a hilarious story. I love this story. So before it gets, told through piecemeal. So in college, my friend was like, "We got to watch the Pagemaster. I'm so nostalgic for it." He was on his phone the entire time, and so it was like, so I had the two roommates at the time. It was Mike and Jim. So Mike was like, "It's nostalgic. I want to watch it." So he was on his phone the entire time. I don't know what he was doing, or talking to his friends, or on Facebook, or what. But me and Jim, we didn't want to watch Pagemaster, so we kept hitting skip whenever Mike wasn't watching, and it was so funny because like Mike was like, "Oh my god, that movie went by fast," and me and Jim were like, "Yeah, I wonder what we're going to watch next." But that was hilarious. So before it gets told through piecemeal, I wanted to quickly share it with you. But that's a funny story.
Forever, but there's also a.
Oops. I kind of like the Ireland collection because it's like a little trip down memory lane of my fun memories with the movies. So Luke, I filmed both of your episodes. I don't know if you're still watching it, but I filmed both of your episodes. I filmed the X-Men one, and I filmed the William Shatner one. I'm not going to spoil the William Shatner one. You're going to have to wait and see. I'm sure you already know what it is. I shared the image from the movie, but there's going to be like a fun little edit I do in the video that you're going to be like, that's hilarious. But yeah, I filmed both of your videos, and so I have a 3 total. So I'm going to be good for like 3 weeks before I have to record again. I know I have to do a video on Keanu Reeves, and then I got to do a video on Golden Needles. So I got to watch a Keanu Reeves movie at some point. I'm kind of thinking I should do Speed. I was thinking about doing Point Break, but I don't think Point Break will get the views because I want to go with Valverde rules. I want to go with the heavy hitter, so I'll probably talk about Speed for Keanu Reeves. And then there was another interesting one. My friend, we call it. He suggested it's a friend from middle school. My God, like middle school, like freaking 2nd, 3rd grade. But he's been, trying to, get into my YouTube. So if you're watching this, hi Joe. But he suggested a video where it's like, "Oh, you should talk about what got you into drawing," and I'm like, for those who don't know, I used to draw a lot in like middle school and high school, and then when I learned to edit, it was almost like that scene from Watchmen in the comic book specifically, where the father was like, "You don't need to learn how to be a watchmaker anymore. You need to go to school." So when I learned to edit, I was like, "You don't need to learn how to draw anymore." So I haven't drawn that much since high school. I still draw occasionally. It's for the Christmas cards I usually do, but like that's it. I don't draw. I'm not a drawer anymore. I guess I could show you an example. Hang on. Since I'm doing the stream and I'm a little tiny guy right now, I'm going to remove that right now just to show you some drawings that I've done recently. And when I say recently, I mean I've done within like last year, I think. So I did characters from the movie Sing 2, and then I drew Gwen, Spider-Gwen. What else do I want to share? I don't want to share that. Definitely don't want to share that. And then I did my fan art of the movie Ambulance. And I know it's very childlike, but like I was using crayons and colored pencils for that. So yeah, I'm not huge into drawing. Just because after I learned to edit, it's like I could be creative in different ways. It's like, yes, I can do this, I can do that, I want to do that. But it's like I don't really draw that much anymore. I try not to. I don't. It's It's a different experience. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not into it anymore. I'm just not into it. So his prompt was what got me into drawing. And I was calling my mom today because my mom calls me at work. So she's like, I told her the thing, and she said, "Oh, it's this blah 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 movie." I'm not going to spoil it, but she's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Oh, okay." So there's like 3 movies that it could have been. I guess the only spoiler I could say is that it's dinosaur related and it's not Jurassic Park. That's all I can say about the subject. But there's a dinosaur movie that inspired me to draw because my mom was like, "Yeah, you were drawing since you were 6." And I was like, "Yeah, that's about right." Because I used to draw all the time, guys. For you know, like I don't even know if I have an example. I might, Rabbit. Give me a second. Give me a split second. There might be one in here. Because in high school, I legitimately drew like comic books. And I don't see it here, so that's okay. But I used to draw like comic books. Oh geez. There's a time delay, so I'm seeing Luke's comment. She asked, "What's your favorite superhero?" That is so funny. Okay, so what I find funny whenever Anthony or Kirk do like a Q&A, they do all these fun shit. They do like talks, they do toy reviews, they do mashups, and like the top questions are always like, "What's your favorite superhero movie?" or "What's your favorite superhero?" It's like, good lord. I think I guess it's Batman. I don't know. I'm torn. It's either Batman or Superman. It depends on the day. My favorite superhero is Frank Castle. No, but seriously, I think it would be Batman. But I always find it funny whenever someone says like, "What's your favorite superhero?" It's like, ah, yeah. I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's okay. Another example. So today, Luke and I were DMing, and I made a reference to Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, "I got you, fam." And as I was remembering that, I was like, "Oh yeah, I met Gillian from freaking Guardians. She's Nebula, right?" So I found the Nebula picture, and I found the girl from Mantis. I met Mantis as well in 2019, and I was remembering the Q&A today with what's her name, Palm. I'm just gonna call her Mantis because I don't know how to pronounce her last name. But when Mantis was doing her Q&A at the Fan Expo, everyone was like, "So when you did Mantis, and like, how long does it take to do the makeup? And did you read the comic book? Or what's your favorite MCU movie?" So when I got up, I was like, "Hey, big fan. I love your work as Mantis, but I was more curious about what movie got you into acting and what is your favorite movie overall." And it like the stunned silence of the room of me asking a real question to an actress and then her being like, "Oh, that's a good question. I've never gotten that before." And then she went to explain, I think she said like Kill Bill and some other movies. But it was so funny because everyone is like, "In the comic book, did you do this? Did you read the comic book? How was it like working with James Gunn?" And it was like all the Guardian shit. There was nothing, they didn't ask her any questions about her. And I'm like, dude, I want to know about Mantis because I don't know. Allegedly, I saw it on Twitter, but like apparently she dates like adult film stars. Allegedly, I don't know. There was like some controversy. I seen her doing that. And I was like, "Oh my god, that's crazy!" Because apparently, she cheated with an adult film star's like husband. And I was like, "Oh my god!" So like, she's an interesting person, and I'm like, "Why are you asking her questions about like superhero stuff when she has an interesting life?" I don't know. I don't know. Or like, if you like her as an actress, why aren't you asking her about like her favorite performances, her favorite roles, what got her into acting, what's her favorite movie, what's her favorite director, things like that. It's like you think you'd ask that instead of like, "Hey, so when you were Mantis, like, is it okay when you were with like Drax?" It's like, oh, fuck off, fuck off. I probably will put this stream unlisted because this is all kind of controversial topics. I don't have anyone controlling me via the stream. Okay, so we're going to go back to editing. So, where'd I leave off? Give me back to the screen. Take me away. I don't mind. Oh, Luke, you cracked me up. She cheated with an adult film star's husband. That's interesting. Well, dude, the guy was an adult film star, so I'm just saying. I'm just like, there's like a whole other world out there, and it just drives like it's wild. It's wild to me, Luke. It's wild. Oh yeah, Luke. By the way, loved your live stream. It was excellent. It was terrific. I think his name's Matthew, I believe, but he was a terrific guest. He always is. He's got that gravelly voice, and it sounds wonderful whenever he talks about stuff. Because I remember you guys did the Universal monsters, and it was just like, oh yeah, yes, Renfield and Dracula and Frank, and like whenever he says it in that voice, it's awesome. It's the best. And then I love how like I'll leave. You're like, oh no, something's wrong with StreamYard. Meanwhile, I had to have the stream on mute. I was on the phone. I was working on the projects. And then when everything finished, when I was done on the phone and I paused on my project, I was like, I put Luke back up and it just started spamming you like a cat on the mouse on a keyboard. And you're like, oh my God, StreamYard's, crashing. It's like, no, I'm spamming you, Luke. I'm spamming you. Yes, Matthew's the best. But Luke, excellent stream today. Excellent stream. And hopefully you get to watch all those YouTube videos I sent. Okay, I guess I can explain. I don't know if you want me to explain this, Luke, but I think it's fun because I might put this unlisted or whatever. But me and Luke, right now we're like Guardians of the Galaxy in every trailer where they're all holding each other, limping, because we're both like starting out our YouTube channels. And we're both trying to figure out like what the hell, how's this work? What's going on? What kind of keywords we need? What are we doing? Because it's so funny because I don't know, it's probably too much, but like we're all trying to figure out how to do the shorts and how to do like live streams and how to do like scheduled things. And Luke's like, I'm doing this, and I'm like, no, don't do that. And then he's telling me this. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Because I remember when I started streaming, he was like, you got to use StreamYard. I'm like, what the hell is a StreamYard? So now I love a StreamYard. This is very user friendly. And I'm glad it was free for like the first couple of weeks. That's awesome because I got to slowly learn it. And now that I'm paying for it, I get to have like a little bit extra bonus. I kind of, not really, but I kind of want to go professional because I want this to be 1080 because my camera does 4K. So I kind of want to go to 1080, but it's at 720 with my price range. So I'm like, yeah, that's fine so far. Oh, okay. Luke gave me permission. Okay, so since Luke's starting out, he was doing shorts to promote the upcoming video. And then like weeks later, his short would pop up and he's like, I'm talking to so-and-so. Meanwhile, it's been a month. And I'd always be like, oh, really? This week, Luke? And then as we're talking about making shorts, because I made a short for my YouTube channel and I got like 430 views. And apparently shorts is what makes your channel grow. And as I was explaining to Luke, I'm like, oh, what you should do is highlights from your podcast. And he's like, wait a minute, what? And I'm like, what? I thought you did research. Are you supposed to do like promotion using shorts? And he's like, no, I'm just making it up as I go. And I was like, that's hilarious. So that's like, that was a story I was kind of afraid to explain because I didn't know that was going to be too much, but I'm like, we're both learning. We're both learning. It really is like I save you, Kirk. You save me, Spock. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Let's try to get back to editing. Oh, yeah. Let me pull the comments up. Can I pull the comments up? There we go. Luke emojis. Oh, look at that. It goes right over the stream thing. That's wonderful. I'm wondering if I need to install a StreamYard app, even though I have no space on my phone because I'm an Android user.
Correct. There's also another. Correct. There's also.
Okay, that's a bad edit. I don't like that.
Inside my mind. Correct. There's also.
Inside my mind forever, and then we should cut to another clip from the trailer. Oh, baby. Because that's a harsh edit, and it's okay if it's a harsh edit if it comes back to the trailer. So we got to have, and the voice of Whoopi Goldberg. Oh, baby. There it is.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, baby. Whoopi Goldberg. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
I wonder where Jacob DreamWorks is. He'd be loving this. He'd be loving that I'm talking about Pagemaster and editing the Pagemaster video. Oh, you know what's so funny, Luke? So when I was doing my stream with Flash, it cracked me up because you're like, it says Jacob DreamWorks, and I was like, oh Lord, here we go. Luckily, it was a comment that had to do with the stream, but I was so worried because like Jacob DreamWorks, he kind of goes off like topic because there was like a stream where I was doing it and like he was completely taking it off, course in the comments. He was talking about like Fox and the Hound and like Frozen, and meanwhile I'm not even talking about it. I'm talking like Back to the Future and like toys. So when that StreamYard, I was like, oh god, what is Luke gonna read? It just cracked me the hell up. But luckily, it was about Suicide Squad, so that was okay.
Oh, baby.
Okay, so we're gonna add that. We're gonna add that. Oh baby. So it's in my brain. Oh baby.
Forever. Oh, baby.
Perfect. And then we can cut to the next thing, so it's not as a harsh edit.
There's also another little funny story about the Pagemaster. So my in college.
Okay. I wonder if I retell this. Because there was a part where I had to redo it. So let me just jump ahead a little bit, because I think there was a part where I just restarted.
Afterwards, he was like, "Oh, that was quick. The movie went by fast." And we're like, "Yeah, the movie went by fast."
So maybe not. Okay, so I just tell it slowly.
Funny story about the Pagemaster. College, my roommate Mike.
Oof. Too many gaps in this.
Funny story about the Pagemaster. In college. Funny story about the Pagemaster. In college, my roommate Mike. He's like, "We gotta watch the Pagemaster. We gotta watch it. I'm so nostalgic for this movie." And me and Jim were like, Jim was another roommate. We're like, okay, we'll watch Pagemaster. So the whole time, Mike is on his phone, right? The whole time, I shit you not. So me and Jim are sitting there, and we're like,
You know what this? I like this. This is like relaxed Frank. This is good stuff. What do you think, Luke?
whenever Mike wasn't looking, or whenever he was on his phone, we would hit skip because it was boring. And we did that like maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the movie. We just hit skip. And Mike never knew because he was on his phone. And then afterwards, he was like, "Oh, that was quick. The movie went by fast." And we're like, "Yeah, the movie went by fast." It's not the first time I ever did that. There's another story, but when we ever get to that movie, I'll tell you about that time when we did that. I'll tell you about that time when we did that again. But I'm not nostalgic for the Pagemasters.
You're lying, Frank. You're nostalgic for the Pagemaster. You're nostalgic for it, boy. I like how I'm trying to admit that I'm not nostalgic for it, but meanwhile, I am. Even though it's not the movie, it's the trailer, and that still counts because the trailer is like all the highlights of the movie, and you don't need to see the movie because the movie. Oh, do we want to spoil? Fuck it. You'll wait for the episode. When the episode finally comes out, you'll be able to see it in full force. So I'm going to skip ahead. Okay, so let me make sure this whole thing's not ruined.
There's also another little funny story about the Pagemaster. In college, in college, my room. In college.
Okay, so we're going to do a Philip DeFranco edit here. We're going to do a little zoom, a little funny zoom, a little J Longbone zoom, as I like to call it. So in order to hide some edits or transitions, transistor radio, I like to zoom in as I'm talking. So like this thing. So when I go like so, it's a nice transition without having to.
So
yeah, right there. See, that's perfect.
So in college, my roommate.
It's like a little YouTube, edit. So that's good stuff. Good stuff, cheap.
Another little funny story about the Pagemaster. So in college, my roommate Mike.
I'm happy with
that.
Gotta
watch the Pagemaster.
And then yada. We got to get going. We have a live stream going. We got to keep the audience, coming. So when I say I'm not nostalgic for a review,
and this is my review. My review, I actually sat down and watched it. So for this video, I actually sat down and watched it completely for this review. And this is my but I'm not nostalgic for the Pagemaster. So for this video,
even though I know I'm lying, I gotta leave it in because it's all like one thought.
I'm not nostalgic for the Pagemaster. So for this video,
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna leave it as that.
I'm not nostalgic for the Pagemaster. So for this video, I actually sat down and watched it completely for this review. And this is my review.
Nope. So I sat down for this review, and this is the review. No, I gotta cut it out for you. Cut it out.
Sat down and watched it completely for this review. And this is my review. The review is that the movie.
That's funny. So I literally pulled a Denzel. Hang on, let me hear this right.
Completely for this review.
For this review.
This is my review.
And this is my review.
My
review is that's hilarious. That's okay, Luke. So what I mean by Denzel is me and you, we love the movie Deja Vu. So there's a scene in Deja Vu that I love because it's pure Denzel, where he's like, oh shit, how's the line go? Fuck. Okay, I gotta Google it. I think it's on YouTube, but it's like when Denzel is trying to understand the time travel thing, where he says, "Oh, that there broached the field right there. That there broached the field right there." Oh my god. Okay, I don't know if you remember that, Luke, but I gotta find it. Broach the field. Pull that up, Jamie. Holy shit! Someone uploaded it. No, that's not it. Damn it. Okay. So I'm going to add it to the stream so people know what the frick I'm talking about. Oh, wait, I have to stop that screen? I can't. Okay. So I got to come back to that. So share screen, and then I'm going to go to broach the field. Okay, so.
We were attempting to use concentrated bursts of energy to enhance the sensitivity of optical telescopes. In the process, we had a breakthrough. Given enough energy, we could warp the very fabric of space.
I said, explain it to me, not talk.
Shit, that's not it. It's before that. They're like, what broached the field? That there broached the field right there. That broached the field right there. That's what broached your field. Oh, damn it. Let's see, please. Oh my God. Asia. And come on, you serious, bro? It used to be on YouTube. I know that. Maybe it's
not
here.
Talk science. Look, all right, I'll tell you what. Why don't you guys just keep talking?
No, that's not it. Maybe it's the dazzle me.
Some days, you just need it.
I'm gonna mute that. But there's a funny scene in Deja Vu where Denzel goes pure Denzel, and you could tell it's like him going off script. But he's like, that there broached the field right there. That's what broached your field right there. That's what broached the field. And I'm gonna see if I could find it. Maybe it's here. And it's not here. F. Damn it, Luke. All right, go back to streaming. Lame. I really wanted to do that. I really wanted to show the clip just to get people a better understanding about my freaking reference. So anyway, I love that. So I basically do a Denzel here where I'm like, that's what broached the field right there. That's what broached the field. So just hear an example of that.
Completely for this review. And this is my review. My review is that the movie.
That's so stupid. So I watched it for this review, and my review is this is my review. This is the reason why you got to edit shit. This is the reason why I'm glad the Ireland collection is not a live thing, because that kind of stuff is stupid.
And watched it completely for this review. My review is that the movie feels cheap.
You could have 2 reviews, but we can't have 3 reviews. That's too much.
Completely for this review. My review is that
Okay, Luke, I just seen your comment. I think, hang on. Let me go big screen, big guy. So I was kind of joking about doing the Indiana Jones breakthrough just because it's the teaser. It's not the full-fledged trailer. I feel like when they actually release a trailer, I think we should break it down. So we're going to put a pin in it. We're not going to do the teaser trailer that they released in 240p. We're going to watch the actual trailer, as Denzel said it in we call it Flight. We're going to roll it. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait, Luke. We're gonna break down the real trailer. We're not gonna break down the little teaser trailer that they fucked up and didn't upload in 4K. Who does that? Who at Disney did that? That must have been like the biggest snafu. I bet someone got fired. I bet legitimately someone got fired for that snafu. For those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So so when they uploaded the Indiana Jones trailer, it was like 720. Not even 1080, not 4K. They uploaded like a 720 like trailer, and that gets compressed. So when people download that copy, it gets more compressed as it goes along. So like that scene with the ticker tape is just so disgusting because it's not 4K and it's not 1080. It is 720, and it's just a mess. And it was so embarrassing. It's terrible. It was awful. And someone must have got fired for that, because how do you fuck up an Indiana Jones trailer? Oh my God. It must have been like, I almost wonder if it was something so like obscure. I wonder if like the snafu happened because the file was too big in an email. So they made a smaller file and said, is this edit okay? And they said, yeah, it's okay. And then they're like, yeah, we're going to post it. And they posted that file when it should have been like, oh, wait, no, hang on. That's not the real file. I sent the smaller file because it could fit in the email. I don't know. That's my fan theory. I think it's something stupid like that. But let's go back. Oh, no. Wait. Hang on. That's right. Add the stream. There we go. It's user friendly, but I forget how to use it. Let's see. Can we do that? Oh, hang on. Yes. Oh dear, what happened? My live chat went away. I gotta give me a second, Luke. Luke, hang on, Luke. Luke, don't leave me, Luke. Luke, don't leave me. Hang on, Luke. Okay, all right. We're back on target. So let's get back to editing. Give me a second. There we go. Boom.
my review is that the movie feels cheap. It feels like they had this big idea. We want this kid to go to the library, and he's going to go through, Treasure Island, Treasure Island, and he's going to go through.
We're going to cut out that part and he's going to go through Treasure Island instead of me saying cut all that out.
I go through Treasure Island.
Yep. That's a Philip DeFranco edit.
We want.
Cut it out. Look at that. Look how much time that is I'm saving. I'm saving the viewer that much time.
We want this kid to go to the library, and he's going to go through Treasure Island, Frankenstein, Jekyll.
Get rid of that. Don't like it. I don't like it, man. Oh, Luke is referencing Jurassic Park. Remember the 1993 Jurassic Park.
Jekyll and Hyde, dragons, and he's going to go through all these things.
Yep, we're going to cut out that dragons, and we're going to say Jekyll and Hyde. He's going to go through all these things.
And he's going to go through all these things, probably Wizard of Oz. They had like a big, giant idea of what they wanted to do. He's going to go through all these things. He's going to go through all these things, probably.
Yep. Cut it out. Cut out all the fat. Man, you guys are really seeing like the inside fucking scoop of what I do.
They had like a big, giant.
Because honestly, like I never knew how to share this, but now that Luke, thank you, Luke, for helping me share how I freaking chop the hell out of my videos.
Things, probably Wizard of Oz.
This is awesome. So people know. People know the truth. People know the truth that I'm cutting out shit.
Probably Wizard of Oz. They had like a big giant idea of what they wanted to do, but
it looked like long pause.
Whoever it was, the producers, Fox, whatever, it looks like they weren't willing to pay the money for.
I got you, fam. That's gonna be our new thing, isn't it? We just Guardians of the Galaxy. Since you've been gone. Oh, hang on. I gotta talk about that. So, I guess I could talk about it here because it's the main thing. So I've had this idea. I want to use the Guardians 3 trailer music for something, like a quick project. Like, I don't know if I just want to do like one movie, like The Fifth Element 2, Since You've Been Gone, or do I want to do like actually try to do a fan trailer using Since You've Been Gone? Like, should I do a Reset sequel? Because Reset was using the Thor Ragnarok trailer music. So using the Guardians music would make sense. But I want to use that music because it's fun. Since you've been gone. I don't know. That's fun. That's an idea. Just an idea at this point.
Producers, Fox, whatever. It looks like they weren't willing to pay the money for that. And that since they were limited with that, they couldn't do too much because it feels like all the magic that's in the animation scenes are not there. And I feel like since there's...
Okay, we're going to get rid of that spot. We're going to get rid of all that jazz.
That's in the animation scenes are not there. I feel like since there's nothing there, the animators, since they have nothing to do, they overly animate characters where they're like moving like this because he's like, I am the Pagemaster. And then like Richard Tyler is like making like weird faces like, oh, you're my friend. And it's like, that's so weird. Oh, you're my friend. And it's like, that's so weird.
I want to get rid of like, and that's like, and you know, like, and so I'm cutting that part out.
Friend, that's so weird. And you watch the movie and you know it's supposed to.
Okay, so there's a little stutter there. So what I'm going to do is blend that in.
And you know.
Yep.
You know. You know it's.
There we go.
And you know it's supposed to be big.
Yeah. So we're going to blend those shots together. We're not really. I'm just going to chop it.
And you know it's supposed to be bigger.
There you go. So I took my little stutter and I mashed them together so you can't even tell there was a stutter there.
And you know it's supposed to be bigger. Like it feels like it's supposed to be bigger because they open up the book and
is that another Denzel? I think that might be a Denzel. That there broached the field there. That's what broached the field.
And you know it's supposed to be bigger. Like it feels like it's supposed to be bigger because they open up the book and you know it's supposed to be bigger. Like it feels like it's supposed.
I might have to chop more.
Like, oh, you're my friend. That's so weird. And you watch the movie and you know it's supposed to be bigger. Like it feels like it's supposed to
Okay, so yeah, we're going to take out that second part. We're going to take out the Denzel.
be bigger because
I already got the point. You know, the movie is supposed to be bigger. We don't need it's supposed to be bigger. I think it's supposed to be bigger. Good Lord.
Be bigger because they open up the book and it's like the
Much better.
be bigger because they open up the book and it's like the giant, squid from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and then at the end they have the Jack and the Beanstalk, and it's not enough of that. And whatever they do have, it's not enough.
Okay, so there's another part there we're gonna simplify it. Because I think what I'm doing here is I'm saying it and then I'm rewording it to make sure it's been said correctly. It's the old Jerry Lewis thing. Tell the audience what you're going to do, then do it, and then tell them it's been done. So I think that's what I'm doing. I'm saving myself for the editing room as I'm talking about it. So even though it's kind of shitty, it's helping me out.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and then at the end they have the Jack and the Beanstalk, and it's not enough of that. And whatever they do have, it's not enough. From 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and then at the end they have the Jack and the Beanstalk, and it's not enough of that. I think I just said that. I don't know.
That's hilarious. So I even knew I said that.
I think I just said that. I don't know. I'm riffing off this. I have no script. But anyway, like when they do the...
That's fucking hilarious. That I knew that I did a Denzel. We're going to... that there broached the field there. That's what broached the field. Oops, sorry. My camera... Oh, my light cord is in the way. Let's see. Much better. Much better.
I think I just said that. I don't know. But anyway, like when they do the Mr. and Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
So I had to reword it.
So when they do the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and then later on the Moby Dick, it's like, why bother? Because the sequences are so short. Jack and the Beanstalk, and it's not enough of that. They do the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So when they do the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and so when they do the...
See, you're seeing all the intel. You're seeing all the mistakes. And you're seeing how the meat is made.
Mr. Hyde, and then later on the Moby Dick, it's like, why bother? Because the sequences are so short. It's like, what are you doing? Because it's like, what are you doing?
Okay.
Because it's like, Dr. Jekyll drinks the thing, and then he's like, "Rah!" And then he falls down and
cut it out. Don't need it. You said what you needed to say, Frank.
He had himself. There she goes. What was that about? What happened there? Well, Richard Tyler in the animated world's like, you guys are like the only friends I've ever had, and it's like, dude, you just met him like 5 minutes ago, like literally. No, it wasn't enough. And like, there's a scene where. And then, I don't know, it wasn't enough. And like, because the sequences are so short, it's like, what are you doing?
So we're cutting out the whole part where I reinterpret the movie to be funny for camera. But I feel like I'm already funny enough where I don't need all that. Where at least I feel like the video is already entertaining enough where I don't need to recreate it, in the video.
And then, I don't know, it wasn't enough. And like, there's a scene where,
Yep. New thought. We're not continuing the thought, it's a new thought.
Because the sequences are so short, it's like, what are you doing? There's a scene where, because the sequences are so short, it's like, what are you doing? There's a scene where little Richard...
Oops. We're going to get rid of that spot. I wonder, like, is this entertaining to you guys? Is this like...
Scene where little Richard Tyler in the animated world
must
like,
be.
you guys are like the only friends I've ever had. And it's like, dude, you just met him like 5 minutes ago, like literally. And there was like no, like, connection scene.
Gotta get rid of the Valley Girl shit. I want to see if I can edit this. Okay.
And it's like, dude, you just met him like 5 minutes ago, like literally. And there was like no, like, connection scene. There wasn't like an emotional beat. And there was like no, like...
Okay, this is going to be difficult.
Ever had. And it's like, dude, you just met him like 5 minutes ago. Like,
we gotta get rid of these likes. I'm a Valley Girl in a Valley world. It's fantastic.
Just met him 5 minutes.
Oh, that might be clean.
Just met him 5 minutes ago.
Holy shit, that's clean. That's clean, guys. That's good. Getting rid of all the likes.
Had, and it's like, dude, you just met him 5 minutes ago, like literally. Minutes ago, like.
Let me get rid of that like. like out. We're gonna roll it.
No, literally, and and there was like no. And there was like no like, and there was like no, like no.
I can't get rid of all these likes.
No, like, connection scene.
You can leave that like.
And there was no. And there was no. And there was no like, connection.
We can get rid of that.
Connection.
This must be entertaining because, like, I'm kind of finding like, ooh, we can cut this, we can cut that, but I have no idea if this is translating.
Like, connections. No connection scene.
Ooh, that's gonna be clean, isn't it?
No connection scene.
A little bit. We gotta give them some air to breathe.
No connections.
Yep, that's good.
Literally, and there was no.
Nope.
Literally, and there was no. Literally, and there was no.
This is so funny. You guys are really like just. I'm showing you how the meat's made. It's cracking me up.
Literally, and there was no connection scene. There wasn't like an emotional beat where they all sit together and say like, "Oh my god, that was rough." It was like they go like after the horror event, adventure, they crash, and then it's like, "Oh guys, you were my best friends." Like you just met scene. There wasn't like an emotional beat where they all sit together and say like, "Oh my god, that was rough."
Hey, good. Boom. All right.
I found it weird. There was like sexual humor or like like easy shit. Like I don't even know. And just met him. You don't even really know him. Like I don't even know him. And guys, you were my best friends. Like you just met him. You don't even. Together and say like, "Oh my god, that was rough." You just met him. You don't even really know him. Like I don't even know him.
So I think I might cut out my bit about the sexual humor because I'm super lazy. I don't want to rip the DVD because I feel like if I'm going to talk about that, I actually have to show it. Yeah. So to explain, there's a scene in the Pagemaster where fantasy and adventure sort of have a thing because like adventure's like, I got to save the boy. And then fantasy's like, no, don't. And he realizes there's a connection and they're like looking at each other with the lovey-dovey eyes. And I think they kiss. And then adventure goes, how would you like to curl up with a good book? And then, fantasy flicks him out of the cave. And as she walks out there to yell at her, like her underwear falls down. And it's like, what are you doing? So in order to talk about that, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to because I don't want to rip the DVD. That's the thing. I might have it in my archive. Let's see. Should I take that gamble? Do you guys think I have the movie ripped? Let's see. No, shit, I can't check it because my USB is for a camera, my microphone, and my mouse. Damn it. I can't check it. Oh, that's a bummer. We only got one. Oh, it's only me watching. Luke, are you gone? Luke, speak to me, Luke. Speak to me. Speak. Speak to me, Luke. Luke, you left me. Yeah. Okay. So, I guess I'll keep going. I guess I'm on my own now. Let's try this. Yes. Inside your head.
And I found it weird. Really know him. Like I don't even know him. And I found it weird. There was like kisses her, and then it cuts to like a still frame because they don't have any animation, and it's a voice. What kind of movie is this? What's going on? And overall, like the movie isn't as magical as it seems, or at least how it wants to be. And overall, like, the movie isn't as magical as it seems, or at least how it wants.
Yep, we'll cut all that out.
And
Cut that out because I don't want to rip the DVD. You
And
cheap online.
overall, like,
You unimaginable
the
bastard.
movie isn't as magical as it seems, or at least how it wants to be. And I feel like the real world stuff is so much better than the animation, which is weird because the real world stuff is so bland. It's just like a kid's bedroom, backyard, and the library. Like, that is it. That is it. And then if you library, like, that is it. That is it. Library, like, that is it. That is it. And then if you watch that VHS trailer I told you about, there is so many things that they probably cut out. Like, there's a scene where he's like looking at himself like, I'm a cartoon. That is changed for the theatrical version. And then they cut out the Frank. That is it. And then if you watch that VHS trailer I told you about, there is so. If you watch that VHS. From backyard and the library. Like, that is it. If you watch, it isn't as magical as it seems, or at least how it wants to be. And I feel like the real world stuff is so much better than the animation, which is weird because the real world stuff is so bland. It's just like a kid's bedroom, backyard, and the library. Like, that is it. If you watch that VHS trailer I told you about, there is so many things that they probably cut out. Like, there's a scene where he's like looking at himself like, I'm a cartoon. That is changed for the theatrical. A cartoon. That is changed for the theatrical version. And then they cut out the Frankenstein part. I'm assuming it was terrifying because it's a big, giant, lumbering Frankenstein carrying Richie Tyler. And it's like, what happened to that? And I'm guessing they must have spent too much money on that sequence stuff. I have no idea, but like, there's like things that they changed because in the final film when he goes, like, instead of going like, "Oh, I'm a cartoon," because it was supposed to show like Richard Tyler, I guess, and he goes like that, and then the next scene, he's a cartoon already. You know, I guess turning into a cartoon, but in the movie he just goes like and he goes like that, and then the next scene, doesn't he wake up in like
What the fuck is that?
Doesn't he wake up in like
Oh, I was like, oh my god, is that smoke? No, it's just probably like a little spit molecule. Gross.
the part that I genuinely liked, something like that. I don't remember. I watched it last night. He just goes like and he goes like that, and then the next scene. This movie, like, the part that I genuinely liked, because it won me over for that split second. What happened to that? What happened to that? Like, the part that I genuinely liked. What happened to that? Like, the part.
Wait, was that Elizabeth? Oh shit, it is. Oh my god. I know it's completely random, but I was just remembering what messages I got. There's like 5 messages that are waiting for me. Ooh, somebody watching? Is somebody watching? Oh my god, that'd be so fun.
What happened to that? The part that I genuinely liked, because it won me over for that split second, is at the end when he gets up and he has the books in his hand, and Christopher Lloyd is like, "You can only take out 2," and he picks up horror. And this credit goes all to Macaulay Culkin. He saves the movie. He gives it the 1 star I gave it on Letterboxd. But as Christopher Lloyd is taking the book away, little Macaulay Culkin's like, horror. I promised him. And I was just like, oh my God, that was so sweet. Because like nowadays, you go to the library, you can rent out like 50 books. They don't give a fuck. You can rent out hundreds of DVDs. They don't care as long as you return them. But he's like, you can only take out 2 books. He's like, but I promised horror. And he had like that little sweetness of Macaulay Culkin. It's like, oh shit, that's why they hired him. That's so good. And I feel like that's what's missing in the animation part, because what Macaulay Culkin is that he is sweet, he has charisma, he's a little sweet kid. And when you make him animated and he's like doing like weird faces like, I'm gonna save you, adventure, and it's like it doesn't mesh. But when at the end, when he had the little books in live action and he says, but I promised horror, it almost made me wish the whole movie was live action and that these little characters became personified as people. That'd be so cool. Like he's walking around with a freaking like a fairy.
You know what's a bummer about this? This is all good shit, but I can't cut it down.
Princess, a pirate, and a Frankenstein monster. That'd be awesome. I think like since Disney owns 20th Century Fox, this movie is prime ripe for a remake. Please, Disney, remake the Pagemaster. Make it bigger and more special than the original was. And I'm sure there's people out there watching this that are like, oh my God, I'm nostalgic for the movie. What are you saying, Frank? You're hurting my feelings. It's like, no, I think this movie could be a lot more special than it actually is, and it could be bigger. And now that Disney owns everything, I feel like if they had their hands
on there's like no edits here. I'm on a roll.
Pagemaster, you could have him, go through 20 Leagues Under the Sea. You could have Frank.
There we go. There's an edit. I fucked up.
You could have him. Go through 20 Leagues Under the Sea. You could have Frankenstein. You could have go through 20 Leagues Under the Sea. Go through.
There we go. There's an edit. Now there's a Batman.
20 Leagues Under.
Today, Junior. Jeez.
Go through. Go through 20 Leagues Under the Sea. You could have Frankenstein. You could have Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You could have Moby Dick. You could have Treasure Planet. Treasure Island.
Yep, there we go. We're going to edit that out. Boom. Treasure Island. Edit out that funny mistake I said. Call it Treasure Planet instead of Treasure Island.
You could have Moby Dick. You could have Treasure Planet. Treasure Island. Have Moby Dick. You could have Treasure Planet. Treasure Island. Make it like the last action hero.
I'm going to cut it out.
Have Moby Dick. You could have Treasure Planet.
Because I was kind of thinking of leaving it in, but as you can see here, it's clocking in at 7 minutes. That's too long. That's too long. We got to chop it down.
You could have Treasure Island. Island.
Since you've been gone.
You could have Treasure Island. You could have Treasure Island.
There we go. Boom. That's good.
Treasure Island. You get like the last action hero of like books, and that would be so fun. You get the last action hero of like books.
Yeah. So if anyone's still watching, for those who's tuning in, I'm editing an episode of the Ireland collection. It is the Pagemaster episode. So right now I'm just trying to chop it down, like all the and any of the likes or anything that I feel like that's unfit. Like right now I just trimmed out a mistake. It's a funny mistake, but I'm going to chop it out just because the video is clocking in at 7 minutes, and I don't want a longer video than it needs to be.
Island, make it like the last action hero of like books, and that would be so fun. Like, I think they even own like Wizard of Oz, or at least a little.
No. Just leave it there, Frank. Don't have to keep going.
Of like books.
There we go. Chop whatever the frick I'm saying.
It's a little part of Wizard of Oz that they own, so why not take that little part and then make it? You know what I mean? So, I feel like Disney. This is ripe. This is prime. You keep remaking all these old Disney movies. How about you remake the 20th Century Fox library?
There we go.
You keep remaking all these old Disney movies. How about you remake the 20th Century Fox library? Remake the Pagemaster. Hero of like books. Hero of like books. Keep remaking all these old Disney movies. How about you remake the 20th Century Fox library? Remake the Pagemaster. Highly do it. I suggest it. Do it. Remake the Pagemaster.
Okay, there you go. Cut that out.
Thank you for watching this video. Please, of all time, for real. So that's my opinion on the Pagemaster. You realize, like, oh yeah, that's right. That's why they hired him. That's why he's one of the best jobs. So that's my opinion on the Pagemaster.
There we go. Ah, there we go, guys. There we go, fam. We're almost done. We're in the final stretch.
Remake the Pagemaster. So remake the Pagemaster. So that's my opinion on the Pagemaster.
Since you've been gone, I can't take you. I don't know lyrics. Let's see.
Biggest holiday event of
1994. Solid as a rock. Go to a hardware store. The Pagemaster.
Pagemaster. Pagemaster. The Pagemaster. The Pagemaster.
There we go. And then we'll put that right at the end.
That's my opinion on the Pagemaster. The 20th Century Fox library. Remake the Pagemaster. So that's my opinion on the Pagemaster.
The Pagemaster. Since you've been gone.
Right button. Also, leave a
Oh,
comment
everyone
down below
left.
and tell me what you think of the Pagemaster. Also, let me know what do you want me to talk about. What kind of genre of movie that I should talk about. Should I talk about underrated? Should I talk about my favorite horror movie? Should I talk about? Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Okay, thank you for watching this. Thank you for watching this.
Yeah, you see, guys, I'm not that good pre-recorded. That's the weird thing. So my friend, on Twitter was asking me, if it was easy or hard, doing live streams. And I always thought that streaming live was so much easier than the pre-recorded stuff, because when I do pre-recorded, I don't have a script. I usually have like bullet points or notes. And then I always worry that because I'll say stuff and then I'll get to a certain point and then I feel like the need to start over. And that always bums me out. But in reality, I don't need to start over, but it always happens when I do pre-recorded stuff. So when you see this, oops, hang on. I'll pick this layout. Yeah, there we go. So when I do that.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Ireland Collection. If you liked it, click the like button. If you really liked it, click the subscribe button. Also, leave a comment down below and tell me what you think of the Pagemaster. Also, let me know what do you want me to talk about. What kind of genre of movie that I should talk about. Should I talk about underrated? Should I talk about my favorite horror movie? Should I talk about Keanu Reeves? Which I will at some point. But yes, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and see you next Monday.
That's good. That's good. It only took me like 8 takes to do that, but it's good. Okay, so Pagemaster looks like it's going to be about 8-minute video.
That's my opinion on the Pagemaster.
The Pagemaster. The Pagemaster. The Page.
We're going to cheat here. I'm going to put a little thing here. I'm going to chop that out, and then what we're going to do is,
The Pagemaster.
yeah,
The Pagemaster.
we're going to add a little bit of that animation right there. Then we're going to blend that in. Unlock that.
Pagemaster.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Ireland Collection. If you liked it, click the like button. If you really liked it, click the subscribe button.
Oh shit! No, I guess I could use Get Yarn. Oh, dude. Because I was just wondering, like, whenever I do my videos, I always have a line from the movie that stands out to me. And I was thinking, like, oh shit, now I have to rip the DVD. No, I don't have to. Get Yarn. How would you like to curl up with a good book? Thank God for Get Yarn. I'll have to freaking rip the DVD. How would you like to curl up with a good book? So gross. Okay. Save. He ain't no goddamn donut king. Oh, Lord. Oops, did I X that out? No, X that out. Lord have mercy. How would you like to curl up with a good book? Since you've been gone.
See you next Monday.
Let's see you now.
How would you like to curl up with a good book?
There we go. Yeah. Love it. Since you've been gone. Copy paste. How'd you like to curl up with a good book?
But yes, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and see you next Monday. Should I talk about underrated? Should I talk about my favorite horror movie? The Pagemaster? Also, let me know, what do you want me to talk about? If you liked it, click the like collection. If you liked it, click the like button. If you really liked it, click the subscribe button. Also, leave a comment down below and tell me what you think collection. If you liked it, click the like button. If you really liked it, click the subscribe button. Also, click the like button. If you really liked it, click the subscribe button. Also, leave a comment down below and tell me what you think of the Pagemaster. Also, let me know, what do you want me to talk about? What kind of genre of movie that I should talk about? Should I talk about underrated? Should I talk about my favorite horror movie? Should I talk about Keanu Reeves, which I will at some point? But hey there, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Ireland Collection, and this week's prompt was from Jacob Dreamworks, and he asked me to watch the 1994 film The Pagemaster, starring Macaulay Culkin and Christopher.
Not enough breathing room. A little too much cutting. A little too much. Okay, we're gonna group all those together, and then we're gonna go in here and
The 1994 film The Pagemaster, starring Macaulay Culkin.
Since you've been gone.
The Pagemaster, starring Macaulay Culkin.
There we go. Okay.
Jacob Dreamworks, and he asked me to watch the 1994 film The Pagemaster, starring Macaulay Culkin. Episode of the Ireland Collection, and this week's prompt was from Jacob Dreamworks.
DreamWorks. Since you've been gone, since you've been gone. DVD show. Maybe it's in that one. Where did I put the screen grabs? I have screen grabs of the original prompts. I'm just trying to wonder where the hell they are. They don't seem to be there. Right now I'm scrolling through images. You can't see what I'm scrolling through though. It's not popping up. So apologies if you're like, what the hell is he doing? It's like, no, I'm going through stuff. I'm going through my files. It's just not popping up on screen. Maybe it's on the desktop. Hang on, give me a second. Let's see. Oh, fuck's sake. Did I clean the desktop? You jerk. Oh, Christ. Yeah, I cleaned the desktop. There they are. Son of a bitch. Okay, so I gotta take a screen grab from the internet. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so hang on, podcast. Hang on. I'm gonna do it manually. So what I usually do is just go to the actual video, screen grab it through my phone, and then actually do it. So I got to go to the introduction video, I believe. I think that's where. Wait. So I got to go to my channel. I think Jacob DreamWorks went there through that. Let's see. Introduction video. There it is. And then. There we go. Can you give the Pagemaster a good rewatch? Screen grab it. I'm going to email it to me. Sorry, I'm tired. Usually after work I go to sleep. But today I didn't do it. I didn't go to sleep. I'm sorry. I wanted to edit the Ireland collection. It's got to be done. Got responsibilities. Oh, Lordy. Lordy. Attach. Email myself. Since you've been gone. Screen grab. And send. So what I do is I take a screen grab from my phone, email it to myself, download it to my laptop, and then drop it on the timeline. All interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. And there we go. We got the email. Send it to Zoom. There it is. Since you've been gone, I can't hardly take it. Do. Okay, what do I do? Now let's do that. That's fine. Oops, that's right. Minimize that. Go to my downloads and drop it right in. Pushed my soul in a deep dark hole, and then I followed it in. I watched myself crawling out as I was crawling in. I got up so tight I couldn't unwind. I broke my mind. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. Yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in.
This week's prompt was from Jacob DreamWorks, and he asked me to watch the 1994 film, The Pagemaster.
Okay, so we're going to get rid of that, and then we're going to drag this over.
week's prompt was from Jacob Dreamworks, and he asked me to watch the 1994 film The Pagemaster, starring Macaulay Culkin and Christopher Lloyd. Now, here's when I was a kid growing up.
Wow, what happened there? I think I cut a little too much fat there. Yikes. A little too much. Like, I think it seems fine when I'm doing it at first, but then it's like it is too much.
Now, here's the thing. When I was a kid growing up.
And make sure that's all connected. Yep, okay. Wonderful. So,
Now, here's the thing. When I was a kid,
we're going to find a nice thumbnail of the Pagemaster. Oh, hang on. Google machine. Or you can't see my screen. Apparently, StreamYard won't allow me to do that. It's like one or the other. I can't do both. Oh, Lordy. Pagemaster. Pagemaster. Oh, just real cheap thumbnail. See, there's already a pre-made one. There we go. That's perfect. That makes the movie look more interesting than it actually is. Oh, my Lord. Yikes, all these are tiny images. Tiny images. We'll go large. I ordered a large, not a medium, a large. Okay. Come on. Save. They're good. Very good. It's JPEG. Very good. So we're going to make this a wee bit bigger. Yeah, we're going to go back to that screen. 0 people are watching. Oh, my Lord. It's okay. It's an impromptu stream. Doesn't matter. We don't need viewers. We don't need you. Kidding. I love you guys. Since you've been gone.
Starring Macaulay Culkin and Christopher Lloyd. Now, here. And Christopher.
I'm going to chop that out, too. Shh. Pagemaster starring. Yep.
Film The Pagemaster, starring Macaulay Culkin and Christopher Lloyd. Now, here's the
Yeah, look at that, guys. Love it. Love it. And then we're going to blend those together.
and Christopher Lloyd. Now, here's the thing. When I was a kid growing up, I had some VHS tapes, as we all did. And I'm so nostalgic for those little VHS intros when they had like the trailer, like the Disney movies, when they showed like coming up next year, and it's like Pocahontas or like Lion King or Hercules, where it's like, what I haven't chooses this weapon, and it's like it's an animatic, or it's like Roy Disney saying, "Hello, I'm Roy Disney, and welcome to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs." I love that shit. So the reason why I'm nostalgic for the Pagemaster is because in the beginning of one of those VHS tapes, more specifically, was Once Upon a Forest. But before that movie was a VHS trailer of The Pagemaster. The VHS trailer.
Okay, so I'm going by quick, and I think I need some visuals here.
Before that movie was a VHS trailer of The Pagemaster. The VHS trailer showed like little animatics.
Okay.
More specifically, was Once Upon a Forest. But before that. More specifically was Once Upon a Forest. But before that movie.
Okay. So we got that. We're going to need a picture of the VHS of Once Upon a Forest. Once Upon a Forest. Hey. Since you've been gone. Sorry, I got the Guardians trailer stuck in my head. But I'm trying Trying to find a good image. Cut up with a good book. Here we go. Please be a JPEG. Don't be a web image. Oh, good. It's JPEG. Wonderful. Okay. Got that. And then what else do I mention? I mentioned, those VHS trailer segments. That's right. We're going to cut to those as well. I wonder if I should share the stream. Nah, the stream's almost over. I'm sure I'll be wrapping it up soon. I'll just wrap it up whenever the camera dies. So I don't care. I don't fucking care. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. You can't stop me. VHS trailer Hunchback. Hang on. Let's make this more interesting for you guys so you know what the hell I'm doing. No, maybe not. Nah, we'll leave it like this. We'll just make me bigger. We'll make me bigger. Okay. So right now, I'm trying to find the intro to Hunchback of Notre Dame. VHS intro. People out there who upload these, and I thank them. I thank them so much. Where is it? Okay, so we're going to look up. So that's not helping me. Hercules VHS trailer preview. See if that helps me find it. Nope, that's not it. Is this it? Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to find the clip that I'm nostalgic for. Yes, this isn't. Hercules. A hero is only good as his weapon. Perfect. YouTube downloader. Download that. What else did I mention? I mentioned, Roy Disney, Snow White. Yep. So I gotta get that. Long ago, there was the mighty Hercules. Roy Disney VHS Snow White. There he is. No, I don't want to get sued. Shh. You don't want to get sued, don't you? Okay, download that. Okay, what else do I mention in the video? Let's go back. Minimize this.
More specifically, it was Once Upon a Forest. But before that movie was a VHS trailer of. Now here's the thing. When I was a kid growing up, I had some VHS tapes, as we all did. And I'm so nostalgic for those little VHS intros.
Oh, hang on. That's a good place to cut.
Now here's the thing. When I was.
Now here's the thing.
And I'm so nostalgic.
There we go. Boom. We're going to cut all that out, guys. Look at that. We just saved you like 30 seconds of watching my video. Look at that. Now here's the thing. I'm so nostalgic for VHS trailers. Save. Forgot to save. It's always an issue with me. Sometimes I forget to save, and it's a pain in the ass, and I feel like dying when I don't save. Because sometimes the system crashes, and then I'm like, oh, fuck's sake. Okay. Gather all that together, and I'm going to blend these.
Here's the thing. I'm so nostalgic for those little VHS intros when they had like the trailer, like the Disney movies when they showed like coming up next year, and it's like Pocahontas or like Lion King or Hercules, where it's like Lion King or Hercules.
And then we're going to cut to the clip instead of me explaining it.
What I haven't chooses this weapon, and it's like it's an animatic, or it chooses this weapon, and it's like it's an it's an animatic, or it's like Roy Disney saying, "Hello, I'm Roy Disney, and welcome to Snow," and it's like it's an animatic, or it's like Roy Disney saying, "Hello." Hello, I'm Roy Disney, and welcome to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I love that shit.
Yeah, we're going to cut out a lot by making it more interesting. That's good. So, yeah, let's see. Do 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 do
And it began a tradition that has continued ever since.
Oh no. 1A.
Group hug.
Shit. Shit on a stick. Oh fuck. Okay. It's a different frame rate. Or completely messed. Is it completely messed?
Envisioned a place where people.
Yep, it's completely messed. Shit.
King will join the collection of Disney classics. Hello, my name is Roy Disney. Hello.
Shit. Frame rate's all fucked. Or not the frame rate, it's whatever the YouTube downloader I use.
Hello, my name is Roy Disney, and it's my. Hello, my name is Roy Disney, and it's my pleasure to introduce the home video debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my own. My name is Roy Disney, and it's my pleasure to introduce the home video debut.
There it is.
And it's my pleasure to introduce the home video. And it's my pleasure to introduce the home video debut of one of the greatest. Introduce the home video debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my Uncle Walt's filmmaking. Video debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my Uncle. Video debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my Uncle Walt's filmmaking career. Video debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my Uncle Walt's filmmaking career.
There we go. It's close.
Video debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my Uncle Walt's filmmaking career. Video debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my Uncle Walt's filmmaking career.
That's good.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The very first full.
Okay, does it line up all the way or is it all messed up?
Walt Disney would have been thrilled to know that through today's technology, millions of people are enjoying these animated masterpieces in their homes. From Pinocchio to Fantasia to Dumbo, time and time again. Now I'd like to take you behind the scenes.
Ah, damn, it's all messed up.
The debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my Uncle Walt's filmmaking career.
Oh, there it is.
And Aladdin. Come over here, geek. And it
Why is it so messed up? Like, I don't even understand. Like, the frame rate must be all fucked.
Ever since with films like Beauty and the Beast. And
Whatever program I used to download it messed it up, dude.
the debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my Uncle Walt's filmmaking career. The debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my Uncle Walt's filmmaking career, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The very first full...
All right, just to save me time from lining up multiple clips, I'll just use this part.
It's the home video debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my Uncle Walt's filmmaking career.
Wow, I just lined this up and it's still not working. What the hell?
It's the home video debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my Uncle Walt's filmmaking career, Snow White. It's the home video debut of one of the greatest triumphs of my Uncle Walt.
Fuck that. Fuck that. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna move on. We've already spent too much time on that. We're gonna go to this. Okay, we can delete those. God, please, Hercules, don't be fucked up.
Hero. Yeah. And who are you?
I happen to be a hero. Indoor plumbing. It's gonna be big. Where is it? In the beginning of the trailer? This is it's only good as his weapon. Yep, there it is.
Take his sword! Hero's only as good as his weapon.
Okay.
Sure, and it's like Pocahontas or like Lion King or Hercules. Or Hercules.
Hero's only as... Hero's only...
I don't know if that's picking up, but it's cracking me up hearing my computer go. Whoo. That's hilarious. I love that.
Hercules.
Hero's only as good as his weapon.
And it's like, it's an animatic, or it's like Roy Disney saying, I love that shit. So the reason why I'm nostalgic, animatic.
I think my hand's spazzing out again. It's like that. Because I don't know, like, am I on camera? So I usually like stretch my hand out and like I do like weird things, so I feel like I'm getting like cramps in this hand because I'm like, you know, over my computer. My computer.
And it's like, it's an. And it's like, it's an animatic. It's an. And it's like, it's an animatic.
Love that shit.
I love that shit. So. I love that shit. So
I'm gonna do the J Longbone zoom in. I love that shit.
I love that shit. So the reason why I'm nostalgic.
Is there any comments? Anyone watching? Nobody watching. We got 0 views. Wonderful. Great. We're gonna keep going.
I love that shit. So the reason why I'm nostalgic for the Pagemaster is because in the beginning of one of those VHS tapes, more specifically, was Once Upon a Forest. specifically was Once Upon a Forest. But before that movie was a VHS trailer of the Pagemaster. The VHS trailer showed like little animatics of the animation, and it showed the VHS trailer showed like little animatics of the animation, and it showed the maquettes of the characters. And then there's like an animatic of Frankenstein curing freaking Richard animation, and it showed the maquettes of the characters. And then there's like an animatic of Frankenstein iconic moments from animation, and it showed the maquettes of the characters. And then there's like an animatic of Frankenstein curing freaking Richard Tyler. And then I remember it opens up with like,
Look, it's Richie Tyler. Go for it, Tyler.
it's like all the iconic moments from Pagemaster.
Oops. Nope. Went the wrong way. Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, okay. They just reused the title. Animatics. And we gotta show the featuring the voices of Whoopi Goldberg, Patrick Stewart. I ain't afeard of nothing.
And then there's like an animatic of Frankenstein cure.
I wonder if that's before. Okay, we got. Yeah, that's not used in the movie. Oh, there we go. Where is it? Is it right there? There's Frankenstein. Boom. Found him. I found you. Found you. I found you. Let's see.
There's like an animatic of Frankenstein curing freaking Richard Tyler. And then I remember it opens up with like,
Look,
curing freaking Richard Tyler. And then animatic of Frankenstein curing freaking Richard Tyler. And then I remember it opens up with like chin, and it showed the maquettes of the characters. And then there's chin, and it showed the.
Wait, that's later on. We're gonna double this because we're gonna. I mentioned that later. There we go. The maquettes. I think it's maquettes. Is it maquettes? I don't know. I have no idea what that is. Nothing.
Chin, and it showed the maquettes of chin, and it showed the maquettes of the characters. And then there's like an animatic of the animation, and trailer showed like little animatics of the animation, and it showed the maquettes of the characters. And then there's like an animatic of Frankenstein curing freaking Richard Tyler. And then I remember it opens up with like,
look, it's Richie Tyler.
Go for it,
Tyler.
it's like all the iconic moments from Pagemaster.
I like the hobbies.
I can have one.
You
You
do
do
now.
now. Okay, so those got to be lowered. So what's my volume at?
It's like all the iconic moments from Pagemaster.
I like the hobbies.
I can have
Wow, I'm kind of the same volume as the video. I got to lower it though. Just a smidge.
Moments from Pagemaster.
I like the hobbies.
Yikes. Lower it a bit more.
Moments from Pagemaster.
I like the hobbies.
I can have one.
Okay, what's that at? 5.8. We're going to take this one down to 5.8. That's fucking 6 o'clock.
Look, it's Richie Tyler. Go for it, Tyler.
It's like all up with like,
Look, it's Richie Tyler. Go for it.
I like the hobbies.
I don't have one.
I like the hobbies.
I can have one.
You do now. And then we're going to drop that probably a little bit lower because it's screaming and yelling.
YouTube poop, I used a little like. Oh baby. There's also another.
None of these are the same. That's hilarious.
Forever. Oh baby. There's also a.
Oops. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that smidge. And we're gonna cheat. We're gonna cheat this. We're gonna, because it's VHS quality. The lips don't need to match anyway. Oh fuck. Fuck.
Oh baby. There's also another little funny story about the Pagemaster. So in college, my roommate Mike, he's like, we gotta watch the Pagemaster. We gotta.
What's this?
And overall, like,
What the hell is that? What is this?
and overall, like, the movie wasn't like an emotional beat where they all sit together and say like, "Oh my god, that was rough." I was like, "You guys are like the only friends." Where little Richard Tyler in the animated world is like, "You guys are like," it's like, why bother? Because the sequences are so short. So when they do the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and then later on the movie, because they open up the book and it's like the giant. That's so weird, and they have nothing to do. They overly animate characters where I feel like since there's nothing there, the animator couldn't do too much because it feels like all the magic, whoever it was, the producers, Fox, whatever, it looks like they weren't willing to.
Do I even talk about it, or did I cut it out? I might have cut it out. I might have cut it out. Oh, wait.
And then they cut out the Frankenstein part. I'm assuming this trailer I told you about, there is so many things that they probably cut out. Like there's a scene where he's like looking at himself like, I'm a cartoon, and that.
There we go.
Looking at himself like, I'm a cartoon, and that. He's like looking at himself like, I'm a cartoon, and that is.
Oh, you know what? I'm wondering if I'm wrong if that's a deleted scene. I'm wondering if that's just like reference for the animators, which is possible. I didn't think about that.
Like there's a scene where he's like looking at himself like, I'm a cartoon, and that is changed for the theatrical version. And then they cut out the Frankenstein.
That's interesting. That might not even be an actual thing. That might be just reference for the animators. Didn't even think about that until now. Okay, so I'm going to watch it from the top to see what I need to add. So sorry if you guys are bored. I'm going to check the comments real quick. See if there's anything here. Apologies, guys. Apologies all around. Is there any comments? Probably none. Very cool. Yes, it's the behind the scenes process. So this is an episode of, for those who are joining, this is an episode of the Ireland collection, the Pagemaster, which will most likely be uploaded next Monday. So right now, this is going to be total spoilers. I'm going to preview the video and see if there's anything I need to add.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Ireland Collection. And this week's prompt was from Jacob Dreamworks, and he asked me to watch the 1994 film, The Pagemaster, starring Macaulay Culkin and Christopher Lloyd. Now, here's the thing. I'm so nostalgic for those little VHS intros when they had, like, the trailer, like the Disney movies, when they showed, like, coming up next year, and it's like Pocahontas, or, like, Lion King, or Hercules. The hero's only as good as his weapon.
Oh, shit.
And it's like,
okay, so hearing it through my speakers, the Hercules segment is mono. Or not mono, it's like right speaker. Oh, shit. Is it auto cleaning? I don't know. Make that mono.
coming up next year, and it's like Pocahontas, or or like Lion King or Hercules.
The hero's only as good as his weapon.
And it's like, it's an animatic. I love that shit. So the reason why I'm nostalgic for the Pagemaster is because in the beginning of one of those VHS tapes, more specifically, it was Once Upon a Forest. But before that movie was a VHS trailer of the Pagemaster. The VHS trailer showed like little animatics of the animation, and it showed the maquettes of the characters. And then there's like an animatic of Frankenstein curing freaking Richard Tyler. And then I remember it opens up with like,
Look, it's Richie Tyler. Go for it, Tyler.
it's like all the
Oops.
iconic moments.
Okay. So that was it's a bit quick. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that little slug right there. Okay.
It's like all the iconic moments from Pagemaster.
I don't have one.
You do now.
I only knew
Oops,
that.
another little slug. We gotta fix that. You do now.
I only knew that VHS trailer. So years later, when I did my YouTube poop, I used a little like. That trailer is
Nope.
inside my.
It's all these little slugs. It's all these little slivers. Yep. So we're gonna cut that out and drag that there. Okay.
That trailer is inside my mind forever.
Oh, baby.
There's also another little funny story about the Pagemaster. So in college, my roommate Mike, he's like, "We gotta watch the Pagemaster. We gotta watch it." I'm so.
Just to differentiate the story of me talking about my.
Master, we got.
I'm gonna zoom in.
He's like, "We gotta watch. We gotta watch."
We're gonna zoom in, just to differentiate it, just to make it, you know.
We gotta watch the Pagemaster. We gotta watch it. I'm so nostalgic for this movie.
Sent you the gun, sent you the gun. Yeah, and then we're just gonna make a little bit of fantasy world. We're gonna make it oversaturated, and then we're gonna regulate this one back to regular.
He's like, "We gotta watch the Pagemaster. We gotta watch it. I'm so nostalgic for this movie." And me and Jim were like, Jim was another roommate. We're like, "Okay, we'll watch Pagemaster." So the whole time, Mike is on his phone. The whole time, I shit you not. So me and Jim are sitting there, and we're like, "We gotta watch something else." So whenever Mike wasn't looking, or whenever he was on his phone, we would hit skip. Because it was boring. And we did that like maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the movie. We just hit skip. And Mike never knew because he was on his phone. And then afterwards, he was like, "Oh, that was quick. The movie went by fast." And we're like, yeah, the movie went by fast. It's not the first time I ever did that. There's another story, but when we ever get to that movie, I'll tell you about that time we did that again. I'll tell you about that time. It's not the first time I ever did that. There's a it's not the first time I ever did that. There's another story, but when we ever get to that movie, I'll tell you about that time when we did that. There's another story, but when we ever get to that movie, I'll tell you about that time. It's not the first time I ever did that. It's not the first time. It's not the first time I ever did that. There's another story, but when we ever get to that movie, I'll tell you about that time when we did that again. Again.
Sorry, audience, if this is really boring, but I think it's fun. It's fun to see behind the scenes.
Again. again. I'm not nostalgic for the Pagemaster. So for this video, I actually sat down and watched it completely for this review. My review is that the...
You know what? I'm still not... I think that needs to be cut because clearly I am nostalgic for it in some way.
For the Pagemaster. So for this video...
I can't really lie and say I'm not there. Well, I don't... You know... I kind of see it as a lie because I am sort of nostalgic for the Pagemaster. I'm nostalgic for the VHS trailer, and that counts.
So for this video, again. So for this video, again.
And then cut out the laugh. We're just gonna chop, chop, chop. This is pretty good, guys. Like I feel like I'm almost done, but I think I said that like 40 minutes ago.
We did that again. So for this video, I actually sat down and watched it completely for this review. My review is that the movie feels cheap. It feels like they had this big idea. We want this kid to go to the library, and he's going to go through Treasure Island, Frankenstein, Jekyll and Hyde, and he's going to go through all these things, probably Wizard of Oz. They had like a big, giant idea of what they wanted to do, but it looked like whoever it was, the producers, Fox, whatever, it looks like they weren't willing to pay the money for that, and that since they were limited with that, they couldn't do too much, because it feels like all the magic that's in the animation scenes are not there. I feel like since there's nothing there, the animators, since they have nothing to do, they overly animate characters where they're like moving like this because he's like, I am the Pagemaster, and then like Richard Tyler is like making like weird faces like, oh, you're my friend. That's so weird. And you watch the movie and you know it's supposed to be bigger because they open up the book and it's like the giant, squid from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and then at the end they have the Jack and the Beanstalk, and it's not enough of that. So when they do the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and then later on the Moby Dick, it's like, why bother? Because the sequences are so short. It's like, what are you doing? There's a scene where little Richard Tyler in the animated world's like, you guys are like the only friends I've ever had. And it's like, dude, you just met him 5 minutes ago, literally. And there was no connection scene. There wasn't like an emotional beat where they all sit together and say like, oh my God, that was rough. You just met him. You don't even really know him. Like, I don't even know him. And overall, like, the movie isn't as magical as it seems, or at least how it wants to be. And I feel like the real world stuff is so much better than the animation, which is weird because the real world stuff is so bland. It's just like a kid's bedroom, backyard, and the library. Like, that is it. If you watch that video... If you watch that VHS trailer, I told you.
There's like a little hiccup in the audio. Oops. Maybe this way. There we go.
If you watch that VHS trailer I told you about, there are so many things that they probably cut out. Like there's a scene where he's like looking himself like, I'm a cartoon. And that is changed for the theatrical version. And then they cut out the Frankenstein part. I'm assuming it was terrifying because it's a big, giant, lumbering Frankenstein carrying Richie Tyler. And it's like, what happened to that? The part that I genuinely liked, because it won me over for that split second, is at the end when he gets up and he has the books in his hand.
You know what? For this, I think I'm going to go to use the Get Yarn when he says horror, but I promised him. Give me a second. Horror, but I promised him. Thank God for Get Yard. Yep. And then I click save video as. Perfect. Don't have to rip the DVD. Don't have to do nothing. Nothing for nobodies. Nobodies.
And Christopher Lloyd is like, you could only take out 2. And he picks up horror. And this credit goes all to Macaulay Culkin. He saves the movie. He gives it the 1 star I gave it on Letterboxd. But as Christopher Lloyd is taking the book away, little Macaulay Culkin's like, horror, I promised him.
That's perfect. And then I'll just plug in the clip right in.
Little Macaulay Culkin's like,
Little Macaulay Culkin's like,
like,
and then cut to the clip.
little Macaulay Culkin's like,
Horror? I promised him.
Holy shit, that's perfect. Oh my god. That just sells my point.
Macaulay Culkin's like,
Horror? I promised him.
and I was just like, oh my god.
That's fucking hilarious. That works so well.
Macaulay Culkin's like,
Horror? I promised him.
and I was just like, oh my god, that was so sweet. Because, like, nowadays you go to the library, you can rent out like 50 books. They don't give a fuck. You can rent out hundreds of DVDs. They don't care as long as you return them. But, like, he's like, you can only take out 2 books. He's like, but I promised horror. And he had like that little sweetness of Macaulay Culkin. It's like, oh shit, that's why they hired him. That's so good. And I feel like that's what's missing in the animation part, because what Macaulay Culkin is that he's sweet, he has charisma, he's a little sweet kid. And when you make him animated and he's like doing like weird faces like, I'm gonna save you, adventure, and it's like it doesn't mesh. But when at the end, when he had the little books in live action and he says, but I promised horror, it almost made me wish the whole movie was live action and that these little characters became personified as people. And that'd be so cool. Like he's walking around with a freaking like a fairy princess, a pirate, and a Frankenstein monster. That'd be awesome. I think like since Disney owns 20th Century Fox, this movie is prime ripe for a remake. Please, Disney, remake the Pagemaster. Make it bigger and more special than the original was. And I'm sure there's people out there watching this that are like, oh my god, I'm nostalgic for the movie. What are you saying, Frank? You're hurting my feelings. Like, no, I think this movie could be a lot more special than it actually is, and it could be bigger. And now that Disney like owns everything, I feel like if they had their hands on it and made a real ass Pagemaster, you could have him, go through 20 Leagues Under the Sea. You could have Frankenstein. You could
Can we fix that just a little bit?
go through 20 Leagues Under the Sea. You could have Frankenstein. You could have Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You could have Moby Dick. You could have Treasure Island. Make it like the last action hero of like books. You keep remaking all these old. You could have Treasure Island. Make it like the last action hero of like books. You keep remaking all these old Disney movies. How about you remake the 20th Century Fox library? Remake the Pagemaster. So that's my opinion on the Pagemaster.
The Pagemaster.
Thank you for.
I almost just want to turn the volume all the way up on that, but I won't. I just think I have it about a 6 for everybody else.
The Pagemaster.
Thank you for watching this episode.
Okay, so now we're going to add the music. Music, maestro. So the music's already been, edited for the other video, so I usually just copy paste it for the next one I'm working on. Oops. Okay. Copy. Paste. And then we're going to go. Where can I cheat? I know there's probably like a big giant volume at some point. Oop. How about this shark? There we go. And then if promises were crackers, my daughter would be fat. I have no idea why that popped in my head, but it did. It did. Really? So they don't overlap?
Want this kid to go to the library, and he's going to go through Treasure Island, Frankenstein, Jekyll and Hyde, and he's going to go through all.
He ain't no goddamn donut king.
Hey there, guys! Welcome to another episode of the Ireland Collection, and this week's
All right, I think it's done. That was awesome. So I did the whole episode through a stream. So hopefully you guys get a good understanding of what the hell I do. So I'm gonna cut back to me. Oh, good. Shane Ford's still here. That's interesting. Okay, Shane, Pagemaster Legacy sequel with an adult Macaulay Culkin. Dude, that's an idea. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. Pull it up, Jamie. So what Shane Ford says, hang on. What Shane Ford says, Pagemaster Legacy sequel with an adult Macaulay Culkin as a burned out librarian who's cynical about how kids on their phones. Maybe not a librarian, but maybe just like a dad. Oh, hang on. Is it this way? Oh, yeah, this way. That's much better. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Sorry about moving the camera and all that. It's all different. Yeah. Very cool stream. Would love to see more of these. Yeah, that's 2 hours and 36 minutes. That ain't bad. But yeah, so the whole stream was to test out how to, do this over a live stream, and it went pretty good. It was interesting just to go through it in front of an audience. I've never done that before, where I explain my cuts and what I had to, do, and the idea and thought process behind it. Because there's like a lot of stuff where I take this out, I put this in there, I put it over my visuals, I blend some things together. So that was interesting to actually do. Yeah, and I mentioned it earlier, but since you're listening right now, I kind of want to get like an external box so I can plug in more USBs, and then probably do like a different microphone setup, or maybe I don't know, like something like more, because I'm using my laptop and it only has 3 USB ports. One of them is being used by the camera, another one's being used by my mic, and the other one's being used by my wireless mouse. So I can't really do a live stream of editing the Kristen Stewart project, so that's a bummer, because I would love to do that. I would love to edit like a mashup trailer or something like that. So I'm not able to do that at this point. And I think those boxes are like expensive. They're like $400, $500. So this would really have to be an investment. And if I'm really able to go the distance for this. So right now, I just finished the Pagemaster video. I'm probably going to go get something to eat. I've been live streaming for 2 hours, 30 minutes. So is there anything you guys want to hear? Like, Shane, I should say. Shane, is there anything you want to ask before I head out? I want to make sure. I want to just leave you hanging, whatnot. I'll give you a couple seconds. You got nothing, Joe. That shirt rocks. Oh, you like it? Be kind, rewind. Please rewind. Yes. I got it from Gutter Garbs. I think that's what they're called. Or is it, hang on, let me see. Is it Gutter Garbs? Ghostface. Hang on, let me get off camera. I don't want to take my shirt off camera. Give me a second. Okay. It's Cavity Colors. Cavity Colors did this shirt. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, Cavity Colors did this. I thought it was Gutter Garbs because they're so similar, but it's Cavity Colors. I like their shirts, but they kind of get a little bit gruesome, as you can see here. There's like a blood on here. Usually they have like brains and shit coming out of the t-shirts. It's like, yeah, I like some of the shirts, but some of them are like, it's too much, too violent. So thoughts on Constantine 2. Hopefully they're still going to make it. Hopefully that James Gunn didn't pull the plug. You know, that's what I'm hoping. I'm crossing fingers. But yeah, I like my shirt. I like these. I always try to wear different ones. I think I wore my Kill Bill one too many times where I don't want to wear it anymore on the live stream. I think I wore it for like a couple Ireland collection videos, and I was like, yeah, it's too much. I'm sorry about no lights back here because I was filming the Ireland collection, what you just saw, so all the lights are still set up in the other room. All I have is my new little ring light. Hang on, we got a new comment popped up. Boom. Was we're listening to pilot episode for the first film. Good stuff. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. I completely forgot about it. So I did contact Stuart. He wants to do a live stream. Oh, wait, he doesn't want to do a live stream. He wants to do a pre-recorded segment, but he's going to be busy for next couple of weeks or the time I'm available to record. So we're going to have to do it probably April. We're going to do a pilot episode in April. So I'm trying to book shows. Like right now, I kind of have an idea to do like a show to catch up with an old friend. I thought that might be interesting because there's a friend named Joe from like grade school, like freaking like second, third grade, like, you know, young. I haven't seen him since then. And it's so interesting to hear his perspective on me. Like, oh my God, you're an artist. You used to draw the T-Rexes. You used to do this. Oh my God, you talked about movies back then too. And I'm just like, it's like, I no offense, Joe, but I don't really remember you that much. And it's like, I remember Joe. I also remember there was a kid named Devin, I think, with glasses, sort of had a bowl cut. And then I remember there was David Natty. And I've been wondering what the hell happened to these kids because I don't remember. And then there was there was Katie something. Katie. I think Katie was my first crush. I forgot her name. There was Katie, and then there was I think there was an Elizabeth. But I don't remember them. I don't remember grade school that much. It's been all shredded. Like my memory is so awful. I feel like an old man. But like I don't remember I don't remember elementary school. I don't remember middle school. And high school, don't remember. It's like I remember all the embarrassing shit, all my learning experiences. I remember those, but I don't remember like the good things. Because there's a lot of good stories out there that I hear. Like I completely forgot that I gave my friend a drawing of her. And then years later, because it was all coincidence, years later, I did a drawing of her and her son. I had no idea that I gave her a drawing years ago. So now, like, you know, it works out. And then there was like people were like, oh my God, that's right. On Christmas, you came around with like a bag and gave out gifts. I was like, oh my God, I completely forgot about that. And then it's just interesting. So I think it'd be interesting to talk to someone who I've never talked to in like, oh my God, 20 years, 25 years at this point, where it'd just be interesting. I think that would be interesting. Also kind of, I would just have to do like a little prep talk. Like we can't get into many details, but we could at least talk about some stuff. But yeah, I think that would be interesting for an episode just to talk about like, you know, catch up. Like how have I changed? How have I stayed the same? Because I feel like I've changed, but there's people who are like, oh yeah, you're still the same. You're still the, you know, it's like, I don't know. I hope I'm better. Because like whenever I look back, I just think of a little jerk I was. I don't know. I don't like my younger stuff. So that's why I'm like, it's all shredded. I just feel like it's like that that Red Letter Media video where they're shredding the VHSs. It's like that's all my memories. All that's up here is all my learning experiences of what not to do anymore. Yeah, I feel that school's all a blur. Yeah, I remember college a little bit more, but I think that's because I did vlogs. I did the Frank Ireland show, so there's like actual like footage of college. So yeah, I remember that. But again, I was a jerk in college too. I feel like I was annoying. I'll admit that I was annoying, and I didn't know how to be creative correctly. Because I remember they hired me to write or help with a storyline, and I didn't know that I can't, because they were pitching ideas, and I would always say no. But nowadays, it's like I've learned that you can't just say no. If you say no, you have to have a suggestion of how to make the idea better. You can't just say no. So if an idea is pitched, leave it on the table and then build off it. And then if you have a better idea, pitch that idea. Or if you have something else to improve the idea, pitch it then. You can't just say no. You can't just say no without a note or an improvement. And I have learned that. That's what I learned the hard way through college. But that you always learn, through life, like, don't be a jerk. Don't say this. Don't do that. Think before you speak, or you just fuck up. You learn from all those fuck ups. So like my brain is full of all these fuck ups. It's hard to remember the good memories because the good memories are good. So that's what sucks though, man. Like there's good memories that I probably don't remember, but I remember the shitty memories. But yet those shitty memories at least help me be a better person later in life, I guess. So I don't know. It's sad. It's a bummer. It's a bummer, man. Totally feel that too. I feel like it was kind of asshole kid as cringe. I know, right? I feel like when I was younger, I was total cringe. No, just a jerk. Or at least that's how I feel. Like I was a depressed kid. I know I was a depressed kid because I remember there was a time where I was like, oh, I don't even want to say. Anyway, there was like a bad time during lunch where I was in a bad mood and I said something and I got kicked out from the table from my friends. And they're like, we don't want you to sit here anymore. And I was just like, ooh, I fucked up. And it's difficult because as a kid, you don't understand how to deal with your emotions or your feelings. So you're just blunt. And when I was blunt, that was bad. But that's something that's in here and that I've learned. And it just don't like it. But I think it'll be interesting to talk to somebody from years ago who has like this idea of me. So I just I want to catch up and be like, I did this, I did that. It'd be an interesting stream. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. As long as you learn and try to do better. Trying to do better. Double Spider-Man. So there's that. Okay, so I think that's about it. I guess I could tease a little bit. Speaking of Spider-Man, do I have it in here? Yes. So this Saturday at 6 p.m., I'll be doing a live stream where I show off my toys. Are you serious? I got the brand new light so you could focus on it, and now it's not focusing on it. There we go. Yeah, I'll be talking about my old toys. And I think it'll be fun. What else do I got here? What else can I spoil? I guess I could spoil this. I think I showed this to somebody. Yeah. Fun stuff. So I can't wait to go through the toys and talk about them on the live stream. So I'm going to move my light a little bit back. So thank you guys for watching. I think we want to wrap this up. Spooderman trying to do better. So thank you guys for watching. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this one up. I'll leave it up for a day and then put it unlisted. Because I think there's some I don't know. I'll leave it up. So let me know what you guys think of the stream. I'll leave it up for like a day or two. Because I think there's a little too much I go off the rails a little bit about mantas. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. This has been fun to show some inside scoops and some inside baseball. It's fun. So I'm going to end the stream. Thank you, Shane, for joining me. This has been fun. And see you guys on Saturday, 6 p.m. for the toy stream. And I'm going to end broadcast.